Hello boys and girls, welcome to BenchART. I'm for Classic, and let me introduce to you to Ninja Gaiden Sigma, a game developed by Koei Tecmo and also developed by the Team Ninja. They are using their in-house engine. Team Ninja are the developers of Nioh, which is a game that resembles a lot of Dark Souls, and it is also difficult. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, it is also very difficult. So let's start with what I want to show you, which is how this runs on an Nvidia MX130 with 2GB GDDR5 or an Nvidia GT 940 MX with 2GB GDDR5. So first of all, one of the things that you should know is that Ninja Gaiden Sigma doesn't contain any graphical setting. Alright, so this game doesn't allow you to select resolution, graphical settings, anything. It doesn't allow you to select anything. It is also capped to 60 frames per second, and it has VSync forced into it. So the maximum frame rate you will get, it is 60 frames per second. So my performance on this game, it is just 1080p 60. It never drops with all of that. You will always get 60 frames per second in this game with 1080p. But you might be asking, but since you can't select resolution, how the hell you know that you are playing at 1080p? So this game will use the resolution that you have on your Windows. So if in your Windows system you are using 1080p, your game will render at 1080p. Alright, if on your Windows you are using 720p, the game will use 720p. And that's exactly like that. Also, the game always started as a windowed, but you need to put it on full screen to enjoy it in full screen. So, but it always will start at full screen. Now, what is more weird is that on the store page of this game, these guys explain you how to change resolution on the game, and the way that you have to select resolution, you just have like three options. The options are 720p, 1080p, and 4K. Obviously, I didn't try it 4K. But essentially, you need to go to your Steam and open the properties of the game and change the launch properties and select the resolution that you want. So basically, you have 720p or 1080p. Alright, but you don't need any of these things. For example, if in your screen you are using 1080p, the game will just default to 1080p. So you don't really need to change anything. I think this is super stupid, because despite our Nvidia MX130 kind of handles the game just absolutely fine at 1080p and 60 frames per second all the time, it doesn't mean that there aren't people out there that can't play it at 1080p and they have worse graphic cards and they want to configure the resolution or graphics. So this is simply stupid that they don't offer a launcher that allows you to select the resolution at least. Alright, it doesn't make any sense. This is super lazy from them. And we pay for this stuff, which doesn't make any sense. They were just super lazy and then they charge us money for their game. Now, the good thing about it is that the game runs great. I didn't have any issues with the game, no crashes, nothing at all. The game was just simply perfect. I didn't try the keyboard and mouse, but I'm assuming that it's not going to work properly. I just used my Xbox One gamepad, which works wonderfully in the game. So if you have a gamepad, it's fine. Alright. And the game, it is awesome, honestly. I've never played Ninja Gaiden before until this release of the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. And I'm surprised with what I have missed. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, it is simply amazing. It brings back the hack and slash style of Prince of Persia Warrior Within, but without the powers to control time. Alright. Since the moment I started to battle in this game, I immediately felt that I was playing Prince of Persia. The tricks, running through the walls and attacking and doing tons of tricks, it was really... I really had that feeling, and believe me, when I played Prince of Persia Warrior Within, it was in 2005, I guess, so it was 16 years ago, and immediately, as soon as I started to play this, I immediately remembered all the things about Prince of Persia. So it's just amazing in that regard. It's an hack and slash, but with the gameplay very, very similar to the ancient Prince of Persia games, which is amazing. It's a good selling point, if you ask me. Now, there is also some puzzles that you need to solve. The puzzles are more in line with what you find in the classic Resident Evils. So, for example, we have this statue that asks you that something is missing in the helmet, for example. So you need to go and grab that item and need to go back and apply to that. And as soon as you apply that item, you receive a key for a door. So it's a lot like Resident Evil essentially. But the combat system, again, it is like Prince of Persia. I just love it, and it is also tough. So if you like Dark Souls and Nioh and you think those games are difficult, this one will be also difficult. Not as much on the first level though, but it depends on how good or bad you are with this type of games. So don't expect an easy game, but I'm not really sure if the game it is really that hard like a Dark Souls or like a Nioh. Alright, for now, for me it felt kind of a challenging experience, but I didn't find it really hard. Alright, so I really enjoyed a lot this game. Now the pricing it is a little bit tough with this game, because these guys released the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. The Master Collection contains the Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1, Sigma 2 and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. I think that's the name. Alright, and I really think that this first game, it is amazing. It is really the selling point of the package for me. The second game, despite visually it did improve a lot, it starts to be a little bit more like Devil May Cry instead of Prince of Persia. And the third game, it is a thing that it's completely different, or it's just a lot like Hollywood style action game. Alright, it's still hack and slash, but the scenarios and everything, it doesn't really call my attention a lot. I will talk about that in each video for each game. So, but first, our focus in here is the first game. And all I want to say is that I'm, for example, more interested into this game than the others. And so, if I would buy any of the Ninja Gaidens, I would immediately buy the first one, because I think it's awesome. First, because it's the first game, I always want to start with the first one. But even if it wasn't in that order, the first game, in my opinion, it is superior to the other twos, but that's just my opinion. Alright, so I would want to buy this game first and only buy the others then if I would love this game. But the issue is, you are forced to buy the entire collection. You are forced to buy the Master Collection that brings the first title, the second one and the third. And this entire package costs you €39.99, so €40. I don't think it is expensive. I think €40 for 3 of these games, it is a respectable price. But the issue for me is that the fact that they don't allow me to buy one title individually makes the things much more expensive. I don't see the logic in this. The only logic I see in buying the entire package, it's because they know that the first game, it is the best one, and the second one, it was an acceptable game, and the third one started to have a worse score. So probably they want to force you to buy them all immediately instead of buying the first game and buying the second one and probably seeing gameplays and reviews of the third. You don't want to buy the third one, and so with this they buy one extra copy. I don't know. I don't know what was the reason behind of this. I really hoped that you could buy these games individually, because for now I seriously recommend this first game if you enjoy Prince of Persia, if you like ninja themes, and if you like difficult games. This is really a really good game. And also, bonus, it runs great, as you can see. It just runs absolutely great. It runs perfect, no itching, no stuttering. You are having in here 60 frames per second. Everything it is super perfect, aside from the fact that this is the laziest port I've ever seen on the PC. It's still a great game, and still everything just works. Alright, so guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay. Sorry for the bad gameplay, because this was my first playthrough into the game. But apart from that, okay. Thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
I see you have made it this far.